Welcome to another Journey Live. Hope you guys are having an amazing evening. Come and join us in MiamiTV.com, wherever it is you are, and come interact. It's just that half of the hour in your day to just kind of chill, relax. We were gonna do a duo, but then ends up we had to rush into the show and do it a little earlier. So starting tomorrow, FYI, our shows are gonna be at 7 o'clock Eastern time. All right. So we have a new guy in our staff. You guys are gonna see him in the big camera, and he doesn't want to be eaten by a jaguar, so we're gonna up the show just for him. I like having the idea of doing the show earlier, so then I could do my dinner earlier, and I definitely want to try out that whole fasting for a longer time when you sleep, so it's like eat early, and then when you're sleeping, your body can actually recuperate and you're not doing the digestion, which is not good. Anyway, I just told you the whole intro of my day. Welcome, guys. Join us. We are once again here waiting for your topics, of course, like always, so interact live with us if you want. The lives that I'm going to be seeing are going to be YouTube, if I can get it to open, and then MiamiTV.com is the safe one. I know we're early, and I know a lot of you were not expecting us at this time, but here we are. ¿Cómo estamos, amigos? Estamos en vivo, en directo nuevamente con otro Journey Live. Espero que estén teniendo una hermosa noche. Bienvenidos. Vamos a comenzar un poquito antes hoy, así que desde mañana empezaremos a hacer los programas a las 7 de la tarde o noche. Ya es noche de las 7, ¿sí? Me gusta porque por lo menos ya uno no cena tan tarde, así que ¿por qué no? Vamos a levantar un poco. Espero que a las 7 se acoplen también ustedes del otro lado, donde sea que estén. Creo que los únicos que van a sufrir son los que están en California, ¿no? O en Los Ángeles, porque tenemos como 3 horas de diferencia. Bueno, no logro abrir lo que es nuestro chat de YouTube. A ver si me dan un segundito y empiezo desde cero. Únanse a nosotros en MiamiTV.com si quieren interactuar en vivo, y ahí estamos. You're awesome. Hey guys, welcome. So change, right? We still got to do some filling up here. It's a little empty on my watch, but welcome, guys. Hope you're having an amazing evening. Join us and welcome to our new time slot. All right, let me go with the topic that James sent for today, and I have some emails that I still have to answer. Be patient with me. There's a lot going on, so I will get to them eventually, you guys. But one of them in particular, I think it's a little bit delicate because it's talking about a specific age and time, and thinking about moving towards the other sex. So I think, when we talk about these kind of things, you guys, it's definitely important to make sure that we do it with the utmost respect, and not influencing anybody to bad decisions, of course. Okay, somebody said, science is spirituality. James, hey James. Science is not only compatible with spirituality, it's a profound source of spirituality. Carl Sagan. There are those who would disagree, who would say that science is the enemy of spirituality. Does knowledge of the workings of the natural world diminish or enhance our spirituality? I think that science has always kind of been there to debunk spirituality for some reason. So it's like no matter what you say, whatever experience you might be having, it doesn't really matter for somebody that's smart about it, right? Because if they can't see proof about something, then it just simply doesn't exist. So it leaves for the benefit of doubt from maybe all those people that have been through something paranormal or something spiritual, but because it's not provable, you're all just marked as insane and put into asylums. So this is where we need to be. That's why we fled to Mexico. No, I'm kidding. But this is the things that go through your mind, right? Anyway, so like we were talking about with Allison the other day, just be open to be yourself. And if you do have any kind of connection with the paranormal, then I think definitely there's this switch happening where people are becoming more awoken about it. And so I think I'm not a big fan of science. I actually am a little annoyed by science. I found it fascinating when I was in school, but honestly, today with the amount of science proofs, scientific proof that comes out when it comes to food, for example. Somebody says, oh, well, the best oil to cook with is, the coconut oil. Other people say it's olive oil. Other people say it's another kind of oil. And then there's another scientist that comes out and says, nope, because I've proven. So there's a constant battle of information today that I believe it's just silly. It's just whatever works for your body, whatever works for your mind, whatever makes you happy, really. That's all that matters. And then again, yeah, I mean, what is it behind the minds that really just need a physical proof and aspect to respond all of their questions? And if it's not proven, then it's not there. I think it's a little sad. I mean, I think that people need to believe that there's something else out there so we get even more inspired, because then we wouldn't have any cool movies out there if people, would just go for the factual stuff, right? So we need those crazy connections, those spiritual connections that nobody can prove up to today, but that do exist to get some creativity. If it wasn't for that, you guys wouldn't enjoy the great books that you all read that have become even, TV shows. Harry Potter, for example. So all of that, and maybe it's not proven, but I always say that if it fell into your mind, it just means that you tapped into something where you were feeding that information. And there's always going to be that one person that gets to it first. You're like, oh, I need to write a book about this. And it's like, nope, somebody else beat you to it. So are we really creators of anything, or is our imagination just receiving information from space or the ether or different dimensions that are not really our own? What do you say? I miss Allison on the show. ¿Cómo están, amigos? Bueno, bienvenidos. Estamos temprano, ya lo sé, lo siento, no les avisé. Saludos desde Austria, ¿cómo estamos? Hola, hola. También vamos a ver si se adaptan, ¿no? Si se adaptan, porque una hora antes sí es diferente, pero sé que los mareé, recién estaría empezando en unos minutos. Bueno, hablemos un poquito de la ciencia. La ciencia y la espiritualidad, ¿por qué no? Dicen, la ciencia no es compatible con la espiritualidad, es algo profundo. It is profound source of spirit. Dicen, es algo que en realidad es la profunda espiritualidad, como diciendo de que se compatibilizan, ¿no? O sea, son uno nada más. Dicen, hay algunas personas que simplemente no están de acuerdo con esto, dirían de que la ciencia es el enemigo de la espiritualidad. Eso significa de que entonces el conocimiento que tenemos en el mundo verdadero, o sea, en el mundo que vemos todos los días, puede disminuir o agrandar la capacidad de nuestra espiritualidad. Estoy traduciendo, chicos, así que paciencia. Yo creo que la ciencia siempre va a estar ahí para intentar, en inglés sería debunk sería como desacreditar, ¿no? Desacreditar la espiritualidad, porque hay tantas experiencias de tantas personas que tienen justamente vivencias, ¿no? Podríamos decir, en el mundo espiritual, que si no lo logran comprobar o si no hay alguien del otro lado que lo logra comprobar, pues simplemente son vistos como locos. Es como que no, o sea, eso no pasó, nunca sucedió, como el programa que hicimos al principio con nuestra invitada Alison, donde hablábamos justamente de los niños con dones, ¿no? Y que tienen toda esta sociedad en contra de ellos, simplemente diciendo, no, eso no existe, eso no es real, si no está comprobado por la ciencia, no puede existir. Y así todo, fíjense la cantidad de millones de páginas de internet que existen hoy en día en el mundo, la mayoría hasta muy ocultas y nadie sabe cuáles son, pero al fin del cabo tenemos tanta cantidad de información que llega un punto que ya no sabemos qué creer. O sea, sale un científico diciendo, porque el científico de tal lugar, de esta universidad, resulta de que dice de que el aceite de coco es el mejor para freír. Y luego sale otro diciendo, no, porque yo comprobé de que el aceite de coco no es el mejor, es el aceite de oliva. Y así nos tienen, somos como chanchitos de India que vamos y venimos y no sabemos para qué lado realmente nos sentimos cómodos. Y así están los científicos también, o sea, sin tocar temas mayores, pero sabemos muy bien de que han existido hasta causas mayores de salud en el mundo, donde científicos han sido pagados para salir, para salir no diciendo, sino como reafirmando cierta información como si fuera verídica, y es totalmente lo contrario. Pero ¿qué pasa? Cuando la gente escucha, el científico comprobó, es como que, ok, sí, es verdad, entonces vamos a hacer tal cosa, vamos a seguir lo que dice ese científico. Entonces, ¿quién está más loco? ¿Los espirituales o los científicos? Who's crazier, the spiritual people or the scientists? What do you say? A little bit of everything. They're both. We're both crazy. Oh, you could talk to the camera, I forgot. Yeah, it's true, you have to be a scientist, you have to be creative. Hola, diosa de la energía positiva, buenas noches, hermosa. Buenas noches, amigos de Brasil, ¿cómo estamos? Bienvenido. I think it's that one, right? Es la primera, ¿no? La que tiene el audio. ¿Es la primera la que está con el audio? Si Allison quiere responder. Oh, he says you're not allowed on the show today. We didn't prepare for the off voice. Well, she sends your greetings, and she's going to be live streaming from California, so you have to tune into her. Einstein said, "Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind." True, because I mean, you could get to the point where you're so religious, right, where you are blind, and science does kind of make you hold back and say, wait, put your feet on the ground a little bit, and what's really going on? But yeah, there's a little bit of crazy on both. I agree. There's a little crazy on both of them. I think that most nurture that scientists get from it is information and proof, right? So you can see it's just like the movies where they go and they're like, there's this crazy scientist just wanting to create a Frankenstein, for example, and you won't be happy until you achieve it. And I feel like in this spiritual side, I could say that it's kind of the same thing. Like, you're always wanting more. You're always wanting to have deeper experiences, to see how far your mind can go. Because remember that our mind is, is energy. So we are constantly connecting. Now, how much yearning do you have for that information? Because it could even be up to a near-death experience. Like, are you willing to go through that to really experience death and then come back, which a lot of people have. Here in Mexico is very known. I know we're getting a little off topic, but for example, the bufo is really known, and this is a DMT from a frog that is actually gets you to that level. If you're positive enough, it gets you to the level where you do die. If you allow yourself to die, you can die. And yeah, but not everybody can go like that far, like we always like to have this control of not letting go, and letting go 100%. This goes even for like any kind of sessions. Like, if you ever go to a psychologist session or any kind of therapy session, okay, if you don't loosen up, if you don't let go, then you're not really ever going to get anywhere, because you're blocking yourself. So, just like scientists, I think that people in the spiritual realm or the spiritual world also are constantly looking for more truth. It's like we're always just chasing more and more, and yeah, we're powerful beings. Who knows what we're capable of doing? It's just a matter of having that patience and perseverance. In fact, that reminds me of a tweet that somebody sent to me today. Somebody said, I'm not going to quote it exactly. Hola, ¿cómo están? Hi, Joey. Hey, guys, what's up? Pero they said something like, Jenny, how come, there's nobody else in the world doing the same thing that you're doing and sharing the energy the way that you're doing? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, well, that's because nobody really takes the time to work into the benefit of others, let's say, because having a specific energy that you can share so that it helps other people requires a lot of time and perseverance. So most people would just be, well, let me just work on my energy for myself so that I am successful, and that's it. And yeah, I think a lot of people could have it. It's just a matter of learning how to manipulate energies and having enough positivity. But then again, how much time can you really spend and how much time can you really invest in your personal positivity? Most people are so running up and down every day from work, coming and going, that they don't take that time to really just settle down and say, what do I want? What do I want in life? And how do I get my energy to vibrate higher? That's why when you go to retreats, the number one thing that would happen is that you will feel so nice at the retreat. You're going to feel great while you're there. But then when you get out of the retreat, it's going to be like, okay, back to normal, and then all that just shit. So no, it's important to at least hold on to a bit of that, so you can make decisions to maybe find a job or find something that you like to do that doesn't necessarily feel like it's overwhelming you, where you can't even think. Because that's how I feel about social media. It's too overwhelming and it does not allow me to think. So yeah. Science deals with the natural world and never expresses an opinion regarding the supernatural. Religion, on the other hand, often offers their version of scientific opinion. For example, creationism as an alternative to evolution. Interesting. Dice, la ciencia también lo que hace es que nos hace ver el mundo natural de una manera que nunca ha sido expresada antes. Dice, en mi opinión, honestamente, es que nunca van a opinar sobre lo que es lo sobrenatural o la religión. En la otra mano, al contrario, lo que van a hacer en la opinión de los científicos siempre va a ser una versión completamente diferente. Como creer de que la creación del mundo fue una alternativa a la evolución. No sé si lo traduje bien, pero bueno, nunca es igual. ¿Cómo estamos, amigos? Bienvenidos. Sí, estamos también en YouTube. Aquí los veo y aquí los leo. Yeah, I can see you guys in YouTube. So yeah, welcome, guys. Don't forget, tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Entonces, sí, creo de que existe un poquito de locura en los dos, ¿no? O sea, los científicos siempre van a estar buscando cómo llegar a la respuesta que nunca van a obtener, porque siempre hay otra prueba para hacerse. Entonces, de repente salieron hace unos años, ¿no? Científicos comprobaron, me encantaba leer esas noticias, hay que volver a buscarlas, de que el alma cuando se iba del cuerpo, pues el cuerpo de repente pesaba 1 gramo menos. Entonces, sabemos de que la energía tiene densidad, o sea, de que existe. Por eso cuando ustedes están negativos o pesados, van a estar sintiendo como que tienen una mochila atrás o un fantasma que llevan con ustedes literalmente. Y hay personas que hasta físicamente como que les afecta y empiezan como que a caminar todo así, ¿no? Tenés un muerto pegado, ¿no? Acá en México tiene un dicho, no sé cómo se dice exactamente, pero algo así, como que tenés un muerto pegado. ¿No? Sí, así se dice. Se te subió el muerto, ahí está. Pero sí, son cosas que suceden. Pero creo de que todos estamos siempre buscando respuestas hacia algo, si son científicos o espiritistas, ¿no? Y los espirituales es lo mismo. En el momento que ustedes sientan o tengan algún tipo de conocimiento del mundo espiritual, su vida nunca será la misma. Porque es simplemente tan fascinante y sabemos tan poquito que es pues siempre querer nutrirnos de más información, de más conocimiento, de más experiencias. La espiritualidad no es algo que lo puedas leer, o sea, qué interesante. Yo veo un montón de cuentas, por ejemplo, en Twitter donde hablan, sí, porque me leí 34 libros sobre los exorcismos, y es como que, qué bien, pero no tienes la experiencia, no puedes hablar de exorcismos. O leí no sé cuántos libros sobre extraterrestres, pero nunca, o sea, en el momento de realmente tener una conversación o real sobre el tema, o sea, solamente lo que saben hacer es como que dar hechos, ¿no? O sea, dar mensajes que leyeron, o sea, la experiencia de otra persona, ¿no? Y no, la espiritualidad no es algo que deberías llenarte por experiencia de otras personas, es algo que tú tienes que pasar por tu propio camino. El universo te va a demostrar y enseñar y ponerte donde tienes que estar en el momento correcto, si estás preparado para recibir esa información. Si no, de lo contrario, bueno, vas a estar en otro lugar donde tu energía y tu frecuencia pues se sienta cómodo con ese lugar, y así de a poquito vas a ir avanzando. Pero creo que esa podría ser una diferencia entre los científicos y los espirituales. Que, bueno, no, tampoco, porque el científico hasta que no lo comprueba no se convence. Y es el hecho, ¿no? De su vida, de decir, voy a ser el mejor, voy a dejar esta enseñanza, voy a dejar este descubrimiento. El espiritual es más, lo voy a hacer por mí mismo, lo voy a hacer por descubrir quién soy, por qué estoy acá, ¿no? Alguien me puso hoy en X, Jenny, ¿por qué no hay más personas en el mundo que hacen lo que tú haces con la energía del cuerpo? Si hubieran más personas, el mundo sería diferente. Entonces, yo le respondí que no existe tanto interés en las personas hacer algo por los demás. O sea, si nos ponemos a pensar, la mayoría de personas están directamente tan como que encerradas en su propio mundo, que mientras sea algo beneficioso para sí mismo, para ellos mismos, es suficiente, pero más fuera de eso, nadie va a tardar horas de su vida entrenando para algo solamente para dar, ¿no? O para entregar a los demás. Entonces yo sí he devocado horas de mi vida a la energía, entonces, pero creo que nace con uno. O sea, algunos tenemos eso adentro de que nos encanta ayudar y otros es como que no. Entonces la mayoría de personas pues generan su propia energía para su vida, pero no necesariamente para los demás. Hello, Jenny. Hi. What's the schedule of your program? So we're changing the time now. It's going to start at 7 o'clock. Okay? Don't miss it. Estamos cambiando los horarios. Mañana vamos a empezar a probar a ver las 7 de la tarde. ¿Qué tal va con ustedes? ¿Por qué no tomas mate? ¿Cómo sabes que no tomo mate? Es verdad, no tomo mate. No lo sé, creo que es muy saludable, ¿no? Tiene muchísimas hierbas. Sí, tomo un montón de té, pero la última vez que probé mate me supo tan, pero tan amargo que simplemente no. O sea, la única vez que me gustó fue cuando se le agregó un poquito de azúcar. Y estoy en un detox de azúcar, solamente estoy consumiendo azúcares de fruta. Por lo tanto, pues ni modo, no mate para mí. I don't, so mate is like this Uruguayan drink. It's almost like a tea. And it's supposed to have these great benefits. But if you ever travel to Uruguay, which is, my country, well, I'm American. America's, the US and the United States is also my country. But I feel more Uruguayan because I was raised there since I was a baby. I was like 3 months old. So, I don't really have like the American culture, I guess you could say. So in Uruguay, everybody drinks this tea. It's like a bunch of herbs. And it's supposed to be really good for your health, but you will see people like literally, they're so obsessed with it that they will ride their bikes with no hands and their mate in their arm. And when Uruguayans started coming to, even Argentinians, they started coming to Miami, the police would like stop somebody over and they'll be like, what is that? Put your hands in the air, like you got weed on you. So, oh my God, it's so funny how, Americans wouldn't know what is this green herb that is right there, like, because they would take it everywhere. Like they won't go anywhere with their mate. But yeah, no, now every police officer in Miami knows what mate is, so nobody's getting pulled over for no reason. Fíjense que en Miami, cuando empezaron a llegar muchos uruguayos y argentinos, los policías frenarían, si te frenan en la calle y te ven con el mate, como que enseguida pensaban que era algo raro, ¿no? Una marihuana o algo, porque pues se les hacía extraño, pero ahora ya todos están, todos están acomodados de que saben lo que es, después de tantos años. Hello, Jenny. Hi, Anthony. Your spiritual advice is good. Your words are delicately put. Your breasts are blessed by heaven, and you have a very peachy butt. That was so cute. I loved it. Eso me encantó. Thank you, Anthony. Little hearts. Me encantó, me encantó. What a good compliment. Hola, Tony. ¿Cómo estás? So, hi, Jenny. How would you react if one of those mad scientists create a machine that allows you to contact the spiritual world? I would be happy. I would be all for it. In fact, I've told you guys, I've been waiting for a machine that reads dreams to come out, and I know it exists because it's been in movies, and I believe that whatever's in a movie, it's real, believe it or not. Even if it's science fiction, there's a little bit of reality to it. But I think, in fact, I have to look up in Google because if I'm not mistaken, about a month ago, I saw some information on this machine. Obviously not released for everybody, but yeah, it's already like a thing, like it exists. So I'll look the information and let you know. I'm really excited for that machine because I think that we can answer so many things. Like we get so many answers in our dreams, you guys. It's just that we're not conscious of it, but your subconscious is the one that will pick it up. And remember, we actually use more percentage of our subconscious that are conscious. So that's why it's so important to go through it to see what is. Sometimes we have things that are so like buried, right? Because we have this mechanism of just surviving, that our brain definitely puts some images or memories into long lost hard drives, and all we got to do is just dig until you can get rid of them, because we're a computer. It sounds weird, but we are a computer. So I guess we can't see robots that strangely anymore, right? The only thing that makes us different from them is our souls and our energy. Freaky. ¿Cómo estás? 7 p.m. Sí. Sos una uruguaya extraña. Podés tomar mate con endulcorantes. Sí, no, justamente los endulcorantes creo que son súper cancerígenos, así que mucho menos le voy a echar. Pero azúcar orgánica, sí, cómo no. Mi papá tomaba mate de arriba abajo. Sí, o sea, se lo llevaba, pero a mí no me gusta el sabor. Y punto. Sí, no soy una uruguaya extraña, soy una persona extraña. ¿Qué quiere que te diga? Eso no me lo puedes sacar. Jenny, ¿cómo reaccionarías si ese científico loco inventara una máquina que te permitiera hablar con el mundo espiritual? Yo, feliz de la vida, creo que es necesario que las personas empiecen a tener ese conocimiento para que quizás les dé un poquito más de motivación en que ustedes pueden tener este alcance, pero al mismo tiempo creo que, ¿saben qué? Pensándolo bien, sí nos afectaría negativamente. ¿Por qué? Porque es mucho mejor decir, a ver, tengo que trabajar mi cerebro para poder abrirlo y para poder comunicarme con entidades en otras dimensiones, simplemente porque quizás te interesa el mundo espiritual, pero si tenés una máquina que lo hace, pues ya no. Entonces, los teléfonos, la tecnología es muy bueno, yo estoy totalmente a favor. Sin embargo, cuando lo usas a cierto grado de que ya no estás trabajando para nada tu intelecto, trabajando para nada tu percepción, ahí es donde realmente como que creo que hemos fracasado como humanidad en general. Y sí estaría peligroso. Así que retiro mi respuesta en inglés sobre eso. A veces tengo que pensarlo 2 veces, pero, o sea, está bueno para que la gente vea de que hay vida más allá. Pero no está bueno si es algo que cualquier persona puede comprar, porque entonces solo nos haría más vagos, ¿no? ¿No creen? ¿Qué tal? ¿Ustedes lo comprarían? Si hay una máquina que pudiera hablar con espíritus, ¿lo comprarían solo por curiosidad? Would you buy a machine that can speak to spirits, like just out of curiosity? There are machines. I know there's, the Travel Channel show. What is it? Ghost Adventures or something like that? They have like the best technology in ghost hunting, and because they make so much damn money with that show, that every time you see that it's getting. I haven't seen it in maybe 2 years. I don't even know if it's still a thing. Is it still a thing? Probably. Okay. The guy Zach, is he still alive? Okay. Okay, I'm just waiting for something to happen. Like, you keep going to these like horrible places. What is wrong with you? He's rude to the ghosts. I feel like he's like authoritarian. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of, I want to do my own paranormal show, but you guys know that my mission is always to help, so I would never go to a place where there's ghosts to just haunt them. I just think that's ridiculous. So I'm surprised when I see people that have done shows like this, and you see their personality like kind of start changing. They start getting tatted up as well. Like you see some changes in their image that are kind of noticing that, okay, ever since you started going to these places, you started to change. But and they say they get their cleansings and all, but it's still dangerous, you guys. So don't joke around with that stuff. It's especially today. I'm not kidding. Today, like as in today, and in the next couple of days or weeks, there is a clash of energies coming, and it's already happening. There's waves of positivity coming in, but there's also strong attacks of negativity. So probably one of these times of year that you want to avoid being in places that are overly crowded, or where you think that something might happen, just in case, because this is when it would happen, okay? Linda, gracias. What a nice background. Thanks. Jenny's a wise woman. She has much good advice to spare. The sight of her gives me peace. My spirit is floating on air. I really love your rhymes. cute. Yerba mate infused with raspberry. Try it. Ooh, okay. I could try that. Probably a little hard to get my hands on something like that in Mexico, though. But if you ever come visit and you want to bring me some, yeah, absolutely. There's science and there's science. For instance, the folks who are working with the electro-ion collider in search of the God particle aren't very, very concerned if hot dogs contain rats' eyeballs and are bad for your cholesterol. What is that? Dice, bueno, hay científicos y hay científicos, dice James. Dice, es que, por ejemplo, hay científicos que están buscando la partícula de Dios, ¿no? Trabajando con el electro-ion collider, no sé cómo se dice en español. Dice, y después hay otros, dice, y no están muy interesados en ver si los perros calientes que comes en la calle tienen ojos de rata. Y te dan alto colesterol. Entiendo lo que quiere decir. Cada vez veíamos noticias insólitas sobre científicos descubrieron que, y es como que, ¿por qué estás perdiendo el tiempo investigando algo tan insólito a que nadie le importa? Pero bueno, sí, hay de todo. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Siempre linda. Javier, con todo respeto, eres muy sexy. Muchas gracias. Dice, siempre tienes buen consejo para darnos. Me da mucha paz escucharte. Qué lindo, gracias. Hi, Jenny. So I got to change my answer because you know what? I think that if there was a machine out there that would allow us to speak or see the spiritual world, it would be great because people would be a little bit more open-minded, but at the same time, if you had a machine that could do it for you, you're no longer going to really take time of your end to higher your vibration and have that communication. Because remember, we use more percentage of our subconscious than we do of our conscious. So that means that we could be tapped into those dimensions, but we choose not to because we're just so distracted by things that we're kind of hurtling behind, inside of our minds. But I think if something like that does exist, it's just going to make people lazy. It's kind of like math, right? Let's be honest. Who does a math in their head nowadays? Nobody. So we all use our phones or not even a calculator. I think do they even exist anymore? There's probably no more calculators. It's going to be one of those relics, that you're going to be like, oh, you have one of those? I used to use them in school. So yeah, I think, no, it's nice when people have to exercise their minds. So I always say that I'm for technology and it's great, but as long as it's moderate and it's not like taking over your life, it's fine. I'd like to wish Allison a safe voyage home. It's been wonderful getting to know you, says James. She'll be with us in the members show, you guys. José, muy linda, ¿cómo estamos? Encantadora mujer, me encanta tu programa, muchas gracias. Hola Emilio, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos. Bueno, creo que les gustó el horario, ¿no? Qué bien. Nos vamos despidiendo, chicos, nos quedamos mañana, continuamos con los temas. Recuerden de que pueden escribirme a jenny@miamitv.com si tienen algún tema, alguna pregunta. Y les repito, intentaré llegar a las preguntas que sí me han enviado, solo de que, bueno, he estado corriendo un poquito, así que no he tenido chance de ponerla en el celular. Have an amazing evening, you guys. We'll continue now with a positive energy seminar for our members. Big, big kiss. Love you. And stay positive, be good, and subscribe to MiamiTV.com. See you there.